I don't have a sukkah. I have a tish. This table to me is everything. I eat here with my family my whole life. We used to eat meals every day here for 35 years. We didn't eat out. We ate as a family. Every day was Shabbos to me. Every day was eating in the sukkah. Because the sukkah is a temporary residence. And that's what this world is all about. I feel that the sukkah is the palms of God, the kaf, you see. That's why in the word sakak, there's two kufs, you see, two kafs. And these right now are my Sukkah Notebooks, because what comes into my mind while I'm eating on my tish here is the notes of Sukkah for me. Sukkot for me. And I didn't bring them here right now, but I'm going to get up for a second and get my tefillin. For me, the sukkah looks like a tefillin cube. You tell me if it doesn't. Isn't that a sukkah? It's a cube. Now, to make it even more so like a sukkah, on the right side of the cube, there's three shin. There's a three-pronged shin. And on the left side of the cube, there's a four-pronged shin. So the two together become 7, and those are the 7 days of Sukkot. It's the 7 days that we are in the Sukkah. And then somebody might say, well, it's, how about Shemini Atzeret? Well, this is obviously the Sukkah here. Let's see. Well, the 8th day comes from the dalet in the back of the head strap. Because according to my tradition, there's a double dalet. There's 2 dalets in the back, not just one. There's a dalet, and there's a dalet. And that makes like a final mem, but the 2 dalets together, the dalet is the number 4, if you multiply, or add, doesn't matter, 4 plus 4, or 2 times 4, you get 8. And Shemini Atzeret is the Shemini, the 8th day of closing. It's the 8th day of Sukkot. So the relationship between the cube of the Sukkah and to the 8th day is very much like this. See? It's kind of removed. Meditate on this for a while, because these are only notes here. This is my Sukkah Notebook. Reminders to myself years from now, because I forget. See? This is done in the moment. I forget, because the moment passes. It's like improvisations in music. So to me, this is 7. Now, 7 days of Sukkot, And those are the cubes. See? Now, one could say, how about the day of Hoshana Rabbah, where or Simchas Torah rather, where not Hoshana, but Simchas Torah, where you circle the bima 7 times. That could be the 7 straps of the arm tefillin, you see. So the tefillin here are obviously, the cubes of tefillin are obviously these sukkot. You see, these clouds. Remember, there are the clouds of protection. And these are the kafs of the hand, to me. Kaf is a cloud. It's a palm. In a certain sense, the kafs, the palms of God, the protective hands of God, like a yarmulke, specifically for Sukkos. And the 10 fingers of the hands are specifically for Shavuos, the 10 commandments. And these are regalim festivals, because the kaf of the regel is another very important thing, because one is supposed to, in my opinion, it's a regalim, it's a walking festival. Kaf of the regel is the sole of the foot, and I want you to have a meditation on the soles of the feet as they touch the ground. And pay attention to the soles of the foot during these days of Sukkot. So listen, I have some other things that I thought of this morning that I already forgot. So let me just look at this here. Because I'm in my sukkah, I'm going to eat a little bit here at my table. This is a very deep thing to me, because my table is everything. And I have this as the sukkah is tefillin, the 3 regalim festivals, kaf regel, yeah. And then this morning I was thinking about for myself. Take a little coffee here. I was thinking to myself about movement, and that Judaism is actually a martial art. Kabbalah is a martial art, but people don't realize this. People always say, do yoga in the form of the Hebrew letters of the alphabet. Nicht. The form of the letters come from the body movements. The whole point of everything is man. That means that the thing was before the letters. The whole idea of man. Manifestation of Hashem. Uses the letters to create man, but the original form is man. The concept is man. Man is the origin. And that origin had a circular component, a gigulim, and a yasha component. And that yasha was in 3 lines, and there are obviously 3 lines. Left arm, left leg is a linear, a right arm, right leg, center pillar. That center pillar is obvious now on the lulav during Sukkos. Okay, that center pillar. That center pillar of the nose, the mouth, the Adam's apple, the belly button, the bris. That center pillar. So we have 3 pillars. We obviously have 3 pillars. So we think we're linear. But the forgotten, unconscious aspect is that the gigalim, the circular aspect of people, and the circular aspect of creation was found to be too high, and it was like pushed away. And so we started again with 3 lines. So when you stand up, you're 3 lines. There's no doubt about you being 3 lines. But how do those 3 lines move? And they move in a circular manner. And that's the whole secret. The martial art of Kabbalah is to move in a circular manner with the linear framework. And when you can do that, then study Torah. If you study Torah first, you'll get it at about 200 to 300 years old. So you have to recognize within you and your body all these things, and then find out that that's what's written in the Torah. So you're walking around in your own meditation every 24 hours a day, because you got you. So you've got breathing, you've got hearing, you've got Shema, you have food and drink. You have a table where all this takes place. You have a bris that you can meditate on in the prophetic position. With the letter Pei. You have a hamsa in your hand. You have 5 fingers. And the most important thing is the 6th aspect, is the center of the palm. You have the same thing on the bottom of your foot. And in the regalim festivals, that's what we're doing. So these are just meditations. I haven't had the food yet because I'm going to show it to you. It's going to get all over my mouth. You know. But I wanted to eat at my tissue. Because this tish to me was everything. And I've kept it up since everybody died. And I eat all my meals here. I don't like to eat in restaurants where I get the evil eye. Or somebody goes into the kitchen when I order a salad. They prepare the salad, but maybe they take a lettuce leaf off the salad because it's not, economically productive for that person to give me an extra leaf. So I don't want to be in that when I talk about food. Because food to me is the most important thing. Food to me is the Adam kosher, so that I could be an Adam Kodesh coming out. So the food coming in is the guard. My meals are the guard for my actions out. If I don't care about my intake, I probably won't care about my output. Just probably. The most important thing is the output. But if I don't care about my input, I won't care about my output. So this is a very deep, kind of deep issue here. These are some notes on sukkahs. And it's appropriate with food. It's appropriate with the table. It's appropriate with living in a sukkah, because you're only living under the clouds of glory. Your whole life, you're living under the protection of the hands of God. The yad, yadim, the hands. So in a review, the sukkah is the tefillin. The tefillin boxes of the tefillin. Shemini Atzeretz is the dalet in the back, because it's 2 times dalet. It's a square in my... It's beautiful. The 7 days of it are the 7 lines of the 2 shin. My first notebook for Sukkah, my Sukkah Notebook. Wouldn't you think there's going to be more?